surviving 200 days in Better Minecraft Hardcore. For those of you who didn't see the first 100 days yet, Better Minecraft is a mod pack that adds tons of new features to Minecraft and still stays really similar to the original game. In the first 100 days, I tamed dragons, fought new bosses, and did a lot of adventuring. In these next 100 days, I build an insane storage room, enter new dimensions, approach dangerous monsters, and much more. Along the way, I come very close to dying multiple times, so you'll want to stick around to the end. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to do was name our Aether Dragon, and from the comments on the first 100 days video, Nathaniel was the most requested name, which means gift from heaven in Greek, and it was suggested by Siphon, so really cool name, thank you for that suggestion. With our Aether Dragon named, I wanted to get back into the swing of things. I headed into the end because I left an Ender Dragon head and End Dragon egg behind, and these are both very valuable. On the next day, I placed down the dragon egg, and I think it's cool to keep a tradition of all of you naming the dragons with me, so let me know what names you think are cool, and we will name the dragon in the next video. With all of this dragon stuff in mind, I wanted to build a dragon monastery, and by that I just mean a nice shelter for all of my dragons. I went out searching for the type of wood I wanted to use, and the end ended up having some really cool wood styles, but I ended up going with this wood called aspen because it looked really nice and fit well with the rest of my builds. I began clearing out an area for the dragon monastery, and there were a lot of trees to chop down. By the end of the day, the Ender Dragon had grown, so I fished up some food and fed it so that it would be tamed, and then went to sleep. Because I had been doing fishing every now and then, I had the idea to build a little fishing dock right in front of my house, and it was a really simple build, but you know what? I liked it. After that, I got back to clearing out an area for my monastery, and I got a good amount of space cleared out. I then started building the outline of the shelter, and I played around with using some new stone types at first, but then I just decided I would stick with using wood because it looked a lot better. I continued working on the outline of the monastery, and it was really coming together. Then I started working on the roof, and at first I wanted to use wood for it, but I didn't really like that because it would make the inside really dark, so instead I made glass slabs, which is a really cool feature, and I started using those to create the roof. I also quickly went back to the Enderman farm to repair some stuff, and I used this farm a lot actually, so I am really glad I made it in the first 100 days. I finished the glass roof, and I wanted to let my dragons stand and walk around in the dragon monastery, but unfortunately, whenever I made them stand, they would follow me around, so I had to keep them sitting. I took one final look at the dragon shelter from a distance, and it's a really simple build, but I think it turned out pretty good. With the monastery completed, I wanted to go adventuring, so I checked my quest book, and I had 2 more missions to complete in the overworld: defend a village from a raid and defeat the frost maw. The frost maw would give me a really cool hammer if I would defeat it, so I wanted to go fight it. I got on my Ender Dragon and flew off in search of a snow biome, and while searching, I ended up finding a village and got sidetracked because I wanted to get a villager to trade mending books. So I tried to do that for a bit, but I accidentally ended up hitting a villager while I was doing that, and the guards started attacking me, so I decided I would get the mending trade later on. I ended up searching for a snow biome for a couple of days and finally found one on day 110, and after flying around for a bit, I encountered the frost maw. Frost maw. There he is. Alright, let's go. Okay, my shots aren't hitting him. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. This is bad. Ow. Can I not shoot him? I can't shoot him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Ow. Oh, no. Oh, no. My helmet's gonna break. No! Oh! Wow! That was so close. Hammer from the Farlands. Spawns Evoker Fang. Whoa, what is this? The new hammer that I got was really good, and it literally spawned Evoker Fangs whenever I hit mobs, and the ice crystal could freeze mobs too, which was really cool. When I was flying back home, I found this house that ended up having netherite in the attic, which was a really nice find. I returned home, and it turned out that I was not able to enchant the hammer that I got with sharpness, so I ended up just putting it in my trophy room along with the ice crystal. My next mission was to get a villager with a mending trade, and I actually got one really fast. Next, I needed to get emeralds, and I had a strategy on how to get a lot of them. I actually got this idea from a comment on the first 100 days, but basically, goblin traders trade 1 emerald for 1 apple, and villagers sell 4 apples for 1 emerald, so I can just infinitely quadruple my emeralds by using these 2 trades. With the emeralds gathered, I headed to the villager with the mending trade, got 4 mending books, and put mending on my armor, so now all of my armor had mending. With mending on my gear, I wanted to upgrade it to full netherite. I mined for ancient debris for a couple of days and managed to get 8 pieces, which was just enough to upgrade my leggings and boots. I was now confident in taking on the mission of defending a village from a raid. It took me a bit of searching before I found a village with an outpost next to it. It literally took me a full day of camping the outpost to get a leader to spawn, but when he did, I jumped on the opportunity to start a raid. Yes! Okay, where are they coming from? Oh, here we go, here we go. What? Are the baby creepers? You're spawning baby creepers? Oh, no, you don't do that. Ah! You... I need to sleep, quick. Oh! Oh! Wow, these mobs are crazy looking. Okay, I'm not getting close to that thing. One more, one more. Where's the bell when I need it, man? Raid defeat? I couldn't find the raiders, man. No! I actually kept running into the issue of not being able to find the final raiders after that, so I ended up having to return home and leave that mission alone for the time being. Instead, I decided that I would try to defeat the warden by going into the deeper dark. Also, just as a quick side note, my levels disappear whenever I enter the deeper dark, and I only get them back if I refresh my game, so just so you know that. Okay, I don't like the looks of this at all. I don't know what these things do. Skulk sensor. Skull crystal. These crystals are pretty cool, and I'll take some of them with me. Brick blocks so fast here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I see the zombies. Skulk zombie, come on. Okay, I gotcha. There's a warden. That's a warden right there. Okay, diamonds. Wow, there are a lot of diamonds here, that's for sure. Is it worth the risk? I don't know, but there are a lot of diamonds. Look at all that. 2, 3 veins, like back to back. Diamonds! Oh, so many diamonds. So many diamonds. So happy. I'm so happy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, the warden fell in a hole. Hey, warden buddy. Fell in a hole, huh? Oh yeah, how does that feel? How does that feel, huh? Yeah, just stay down there. I'm just gonna shoot at you, man. Oh, yes, I did it. Warden down. To be honest, I know that could have gone very wrong. What did I get? Music disc, Lynn Fox, Warden apparition. What else did I get? Warden horn. I stuck around in the deeper dark and mined for a bit longer, and I returned home with over a stack of diamonds and gold. At this point, my storage started to get really full and messy, and I needed to get it figured out. Better Minecraft has a mod called Tom Simple Storage, and it makes storage really simple. So that's what I wanted to use. First thing I did is cleared out a bunch of space in the basement because I wanted to make sure that I could fit a lot of chests here. And then I just filled in the roof and walls and floor all with different blocks, trying to get a good combination going. I then connected the soon-to-be storage room to my aquarium with a glass tunnel, and after that made some little touch-ups across the room, and it turned out a lot better than I actually hoped for. With the room created, I was ready to start setting up the actual storage. I placed down an inventory connector and a crafting terminal, and this is essentially the place where you can access all of your storage from. Now that I had that placed down, I needed a bunch of chests to hook up to the storage. So I made a lot of chests and started placing them down. I also used these storage drawers, which you're probably familiar with if you saw my zombie engineer video. You basically put one item type in them and they can store an infinite amount of it. With a little bit of storage setup, I wanted to test out the system. So I made inventory cables and connected them to an inventory connector and inventory proxy. And after setting all that up, I actually managed to get it to work, and now this let me access all of the chests in the room from this one block. After that, I had to go out and collect wood so I could make more chests, and I found this little guy while doing so. Wait, is that? Oh, hey, welcome to my little sanctuary area. Woohoo! Hey, buddy. Next, I wanted to use purple glass in the storage room, so I collected purple flowers, made a bunch of purple glass, and placed it in front of the chests, and I really like how it looks. I then started building the other side of the storage, and I was able to finish it after a couple days work. After that, I finished transporting everything into the storage room, cleared up my main floor, and with that, my storage room was completely finished, and I could get or craft anything I wanted all from my one storage block. I also added elevators to my base, which made it really easy to switch between levels, and I made a cool change to my trophy room and made it so that it showcased the bosses I defeated and the items they gave me underneath. With extra space in my living room, I decided I would create an auto smelter so that I could just put ores and other items in a chest and they would come out on the other side all smelted up. I also took a look at the storage room from the outside, and it looked really nice because it was all see-through. After that, I wanted to finally make my base more of a sanctuary like I said I would. So I chopped down a bunch of trees and I used the wood to create a border in the water. And this ensured that my animals would be protected from danger. I took a look at the border from the sky and it felt nice to have a little protected pond. I had done a lot of base work, so I wanted to do something more combat related and upgrade my netherite gear. I wanted to get featherite armor because with a full set, it gives you double jump and water and lava walking. All that it required was a netherite ingot and feathers to be crafted, so it was pretty easy. I collected a lot of wool, went mining for ancient debris, and while mining, I actually found out that going to the nether is a great way of getting coal in this pack because it spawns in huge veins. By the end of the mining trip, I got enough netherite to upgrade to a featherite chestplate. I wanted to complete my set, but before then, I felt like I should do some adventuring because I had just been building and mining for quite a bit. So I set out to search for wither skeletons and try to get closer to summoning the wither. While searching, I looted a chest that gave me a nether dragon egg, which I was really excited about, and this will be the dragon we name in the next video. After more searching, I realized how rare wither skeletons are and that I should probably have looting 3 if I want to hunt for wither heads, so I returned home and headed to my enderman farm. I enchanted swords and books for quite a while, but I had absolutely no luck in getting looting 3 and I ran out of books. This wasn't exactly a bad thing though because it motivated me to go and start a cow farm, and I think that it was about time that I started one anyways. I flew around looking for cows for a while and I ended up finding them in the village where I found Lucy. I also found out that I could actually pick up the cows and carry them home, which made things a lot easier. I got both cows home and now I needed to clear out an area to set up the farm, but I wanted to do it with haste too so it would be a lot more efficient. Because of that, my next goal was to get a beacon. Right away, I went to the deeper dark because I knew it has a bunch of diamonds and gold. I went around safely mining away, but I realized that while this place was great for diamonds and gold, it wasn't the best for beacons since I could just use iron and there was no iron in the deeper dark. So with that said, I decided to return to the overworld and mine normally instead, and I was able to get ores way faster. I mined for a few days, got enough ores for the beacon, and returned to start smelting all of them. I made 2 more auto smelters so that the smelting would go faster, and in the meantime, I started clearing out the area for the cow farm. I cleared out all of the dirt, and then I accidentally didn't record for a bit, but I gave a live tour of everything that I did. It is now day 160, and yeah. Oops, guys, I did mining off camera. No, I accidentally did not record, but I will give you guys an update on what happened, a live update. So I used all of the ores that I'd mined up to make the beacon. Fortunately, I had enough ores to do it, so that's good. Then I went over here, I cleared out this whole mountain. Like there was a huge mountain here, right? I cleared it all out. So that's all gone. After I did that, I took out stone on the ground and changed it to grass. And then I added fences all around here to put the cows and sheep in so that they can, run around and be free and live a happy life. With everything set up, I needed to get the cows in the fenced-in area, and I was able to find the first one right away, but the second one ran off somewhere, and it ended up taking me a whole day of searching for it to finally gather it. I also added a little pond to the farm to give it some detail, and I plan to add hay bales and other details in the future. Maybe all of you have some suggestions. I spent day 163 just repairing my tools, and after that, I decided I wanted to go on an adventure and go into the Everbright dimension to see something new. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. This is really cool. What trees are these? It seems this tool doesn't work as well here. Oh, it's the same as the Betweenlands when I went there. Starlit. Ah! Ah! I was trying to screenshot the coordinates. Are you friendly? That looks like a friendly thing. Hi. Oh, what is that? Oh, look at this thing. What is this? Ah! Oh, okay. I can't go there, I guess. I went underground, did some mining in the dimension, and got a full set of this stuff called pyrope, and I was pretty happy with the progress I made. So I decided that I would go back home and continue my adventures in Everbright later on. Now that I was back home, I wanted to get a sheep farm going in addition to my cow farm. So I went out searching again, and while searching, I found a very dangerous building. Let's check this out. Oh, this might have been a bad idea. I can't see anything. Oh, I think this was a bad idea. I'm so laggy. I can't see a thing. Okay. Come here. Die. Yes, I got a totem. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Wow, that was so close. That was so close. I flew right on out of there. And really soon after, actually, I found sheep, which I was really happy about. Sheep! Woo! Found you, finally. Yes, yes. And so I started on the journey of getting the sheep back home. I tried getting the second sheep home on a dragon, and it actually got on the dragon's back, but the dragon just wouldn't follow me, so I had to carry the sheep home again. With all of this traveling, I was using a lot of fireworks, and I ran out of gunpowder. I was low on other mob drops as well, so the next thing I wanted to do was build a mob farm. I started gathering the materials I needed into shulker boxes, and I needed a lot of building blocks, so I mined deep slate for a while, which was really easy to mine, and got a full shulker box of it. I also collected more specific items like bamboo and string, and by the end of all of my gathering, I had 3 shulker boxes full of everything I needed for the mob farm. I teleported around Waystones until I found a desert, and started by building the storage system. Then I began building the first layer of the mob farm, which was just a huge square. I then built circular layers with dispensers and observers until I finished 10 of them, and after that I built the final layer of the farm, which was a very wide square made out of slabs. I then made a redstone clock on the top, added campfires to the bottom, water to the first layer, and put water buckets into all of the dispensers, and after that I made an AFK room up in the sky, and my mob farm was completed. I AFK'd a bit to test the farm out after that, and it worked pretty decently. I now had access to all the gunpowder I needed for fireworks, but I still needed a good way to get paper, so I wanted to make an actual sugarcane farm. I somehow lost all of my buckets, so before starting the farm, I had to go mining for iron. Everything was going normal at first, but then this happened. Whoa, what is that? Whoa, what are you? Whoa, can I tame this? Oh, get away. I need to find out what this is. Okay, I need cave roots. Hi, buddy. Oh, did I tame you? Are you gonna follow me around? Here, eat some more. I don't know if I've tamed it. Can I pick it up? I can't pick it up. Okay, we need to get you out of here. We're on a mission. Follow me, buddy. All right, let's go. Oh, you are a turtle. You are definitely a turtle, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, this is such a cool turtle. Wow, you're so cool. You're so cool. Oh, I can't wait. We're gonna be great friends. Cage, please work. Yes! Yes! Oh, I can tortoise. I did it. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You know what? Maybe I can put him in the trophy room. Right? There we go. There we go, buddy. Ah, it's so awesome. Oh my God. For this beauty of an animal right here, we need a name, and I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so it's up to all of you, okay? You pick the name, everyone, all right? I wish I knew about these cages sooner. I could have used that on the cows and sheep, but I'm glad that I found out about them now. It's so useful. On the next day, I began leveling out an area for the sugarcane farm. Once I finished leveling it out, I started playing around with the design, and I went for a simplistic build that has sugarcane in the middle on every layer. I figured that 3 layers would be a good amount to start with, so I finished the outline for that, and then I made sure that everything was lit up with glowstone. After that, I placed water all along the top on both sides of the farm, and the build started to really come together. The final thing I did is add glass everywhere, and after some touch-ups, the sugarcane farm was finished. Now that I had my supply of fireworks all figured out, I wanted to complete my featherite armor set. I actually enchanted shears with efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, and it was worth it because I was able to get wool much faster than I normally would. I made sure to get a lot of wool and returned home, but when I did, Nathaniel was not there. I managed to find him pretty quickly after at the mob farm, but I have gotta be careful. Nathaniel is our dragon and I gotta keep him safe. I got him home, and after that went mining for ancient debris. After 4 days of mining, I returned home with 26 pieces of netherite scrap, and I spent the rest of the day just repairing all of my gear. I was able to make 6 netherite ingots, and I thought I was ready to make the featherite gear, but it turned out that I didn't have any feathers, so unfortunately I had to go out and hunt some birds. I returned home, made 3 featherite ingots and also a blazerite ingot. I put the featherite ingots on all of my armor and tested out its perks. Oh wow, look at that. I can just walk right on water. That's really nice. Oh, look at that double jump. It combos with the elytra really well. After that, I also made a blazerite sword, which does extra damage, so this would come in handy as well. Now, I was decked out, so I wanted to adventure into the Abyss Dimension. But when I tried, I couldn't make the portal, and it turned out that I needed to defeat a boss called the Void Worm. So that became my next mission. To get the item needed to summon the boss, I needed to capture these flies, place them in the nether, which caused them to turn into some disgusting insects. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I then had to place an item inside of this block called the capsid, and it transformed into a mysterious worm, which was the bait that I needed. With that, I went to fight the Void Worm. I threw a mysterious worm into the void, and seconds later, the Void Worm spawned, and this thing was very scary looking. I started shooting at it right away, and the boss ended up being pretty easy, so I was able to take it down quickly. I collected the rewards from the quest, and created a portal to the Abyss Dimension. I entered the portal, and this dimension looked nothing like I've ever seen before. I found a new zombie type, a new ore called Fire Diamonds, and a mob called an Abyss Guard. As I was about to leave the Abyss, a mob started chasing me too, and it was immune to arrows, so I got right out of there. I tried out lava walking, and then went into the nether looking for a bigger nether fortress, but I ended up finding this huge piglin castle instead, and this thing is insane. As I was entering a new room, I ended up getting jumped by a gang of piglins. I luckily got out, but I easily could have died there. So I learned my lesson, and I decided I would only return once I had better gear. I didn't do much on day 199, but on day 200, I decided I would go back into the Abyss because I wanted to keep adventuring. I mined my way up to the surface, and there is a lot to explore in this dimension. I ended up finding an NPC by the name of Jackson, and he offered me a quest of giving him a ring for a reward. So I took the quest, and I also ended up taking a couple more. One was to find a frost world, and the other was to find an item called the Abyss Melon. I planned to complete all of the quests, but by now day 200 was coming to an end, so I had to quickly return home. With that, I went to bed and woke up to day 201. The adventures of 300 days await us, so I'm really excited for that.